Let's be real. If you clicked on this, you already know you're doing it too much. Jerking off, scrolling through endless porn, chasing that next dopamine hit, then wondering why you're tired, unmotivated, and can't focus for more than 5 minutes. I'm Jeff, and I'm here to tell you, it's not just a bad habit, it's a full-blown brain hijack. Every time you give in, you're flooding your brain with fake rewards, training it to crave more and more, while real life feels duller by the day. But don't worry, this isn't a lecture. I'm about to break down exactly how porn is rewiring your brain, why it's making you miserable, and, most importantly, how you can break free and get your energy back. Section 1. The energy drain and why you feel miserable. So let's stop pretending. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's midnight, you're hunched over your laptop, headphones in, one hand scrolling, and the other, well, you get the picture. You promise yourself it's the last time, but you and I both know you've made that promise more times than you've changed your bed sheets. I've been there. Hell, I could have started a loyalty program with my old browser history. Here's the thing. Every time you jerk off to porn, you're not just killing a few minutes, you're killing your energy for the next day. Masturbation on its own isn't evil. Let's not demonize the world's oldest hobby. But when you mix it with endless porn, you're basically mainlining dopamine like it's your job. Your brain gets used to these instant over-the-top rewards, like you're eating dessert for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sure, it's fun at first, but pretty soon, you're left feeling empty, sluggish, and somehow still hungry for more. Ever notice how after a porn binge, you feel more tired, less motivated, and like real life is just dull? That's not a coincidence, that's your brain's reward system getting hijacked. Every orgasm to porn is a fireworks show for your dopamine receptors. And the more you do it, the more your brain starts to expect those fireworks for everything. Suddenly, things that used to feel good, like hanging out with friends, working out, or even eating your favorite food, barely give pleasure. Real life starts feeling like a black and white movie compared to the neon chaos of your favorite porn site. I remember when I was deep in the cycle, I'd tell myself, just a quick session to relax, and then wonder why I had the energy of a sloth on tranquilizers the next day. I had tried to focus on work or school, but my brain was still foggy, like I'd pulled an all-nighter. Turns out, I wasn't lazy, I was just draining my motivation battery every night and expecting to wake up with a full charge. And let's talk about the post-orgasm crash. You know the one. You finish, close your tabs, and suddenly you're hit with regret, a weird emptiness, and a strong urge to take a nap. That's not just guilt, that's your brain's way of saying, bro, you just spent all our dopamine on pixels, and now we've got nothing left for actual life. It's like spending your entire paycheck on lottery tickets and wondering why you can't afford rent. Science backs this up, by the way. Porn is a super normal stimulus. It's way more intense than anything your brain evolved to handle. Each time you masturbate to porn, you're reinforcing a feedback loop. Your brain learns that the fastest way to feel good is through a screen, not through real experiences. Over time, this loop gets stronger, and your motivation for everything else gets weaker. And look, I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to tell you the truth, because nobody ever told me. If you're feeling tired, unmotivated, and disconnected from life, it's not because you're broken. It's because you're stuck in a cycle that's robbing you of your energy and drive. Here's the kicker though. You can break the cycle. You can get your energy back. But first, you need to understand what porn is really doing to your brain, because it's not just about feeling tired. It's about how your desires, your motivation, and even your sense of pleasure are being rewired without you even noticing. Section 2. How porn addiction warps your desires and relationships. Do you ever catch yourself searching for weirder and weirder porn and wonder, how did I end up here? Or maybe you're with someone in real life and suddenly the excitement just isn't there. If you've noticed your sexual taste getting more extreme, or real intimacy feeling kind of meh, you're not broken, you're just experiencing what happens when your brain's been marinated in porn for too long. I'll be the first to admit, I've been down that rabbit hole. What started as a little harmless curiosity turned into a full-blown quest for the next shocking thing. At some point, I realized I was more excited by what was on my screen than what was right in front of me. And that's when it hit me. Porn isn't just about pleasure, it's about rewiring what you want, who you want, and how you want it. See, porn is everywhere. It's a quarter of all internet searches, and let's not pretend we're just looking for step-by-step cooking tutorials. The thing is, the more you watch, the more your brain starts to crave novelty. You get bored with the same old stuff, so you go looking for something new, something more intense, something that will give you that jolt that you used to get from just a glimpse of skin. That's not just you being a freak, that's your brain adapting to endless variety and instant gratification. But here's where it gets awkward. The more you chase those new highs, The more regular sex, real intimacy, and even just flirting start to feel dull. You might find yourself zoning out during actual sex, fantasizing about what you've seen online, or even struggling to get aroused at all unless there's a screen involved. I've talked to guys who literally needed porn playing in the background just to finish. That's not a kink, that's a warning sign. And it's not just about sex. Porn and compulsive masturbation can mess with your relationships in ways you don't even notice at first. You start comparing real people to what you see online. Unrealistic bodies, over-the-top reactions, and situations that would make a Hollywood director blush. Suddenly, your partner doesn't measure up, and you're left feeling disappointed, disconnected, or even resentful. It's like expecting every meal to taste like dessert and then wondering why you're sick of vegetables. The science backs this up. When you're constantly feeding your brain with new extreme content, it literally changes your neural wiring. You start to associate pleasure, excitement, and even comfort with porn, not with real human connection. Over time, this can lead to compulsive habits. Watching porn even when you don't want to, or when you know it's hurting your relationship. You might even feel withdrawal, anxiety, irritability, or just a nagging urge you can't shake until you give in. I remember thinking, why can't I just be normal? Why can't I enjoy sex like everyone else? But this isn't about being normal or broken. It's about how your brain adapts to what you feed it. And the more you reinforce the porn masturbation loop, the more you train your mind to crave what's on the screen, not what's real. Thankfully, this isn't permanent. The same brain that got rewired by endless novelty can be rewired back. You can actually get your spark back, reconnect with real intimacy, and start enjoying sex and life the way you used to. It's not about quitting cold turkey or becoming a monk. It's about breaking the cycle step by step and giving your brain a chance to rediscover what real pleasure feels like. And if you're sitting there thinking, okay, Jeff, but how the hell do I even start? Don't worry, you're not alone. I've been there and I know exactly how you feel. The good news? There are practical ways to break out of this loop and get back to a place where real life actually feels good again. Section 3. How to break free and rewire your brain. Here's what finally worked for me, and what the science actually backs up. First, you need to understand your brain isn't your enemy. It's just been trained to expect rewards from the wrong places. The same way you learn to crave porn and masturbation, you can teach your brain to crave real life again. And no, you don't need to throw your phone in a lake. You just need a plan. Start with a dopamine detox. And I'm not talking about moving to a cabin in the woods and living off moss. I mean giving your brain a break from all the cheap artificial highs for a set period. Pick a day, just one, where you cut out porn, masturbation, junk food, endless scrolling, the works. The first time I tried this, I thought I was going to lose my mind. My brain was like a toddler denied candy, restless, cranky, and convinced I was dying. But after a few hours, something weird happened. I started noticing things I'd ignored for ages. Music sounded better. Food tasted like actual food. Even a walk outside felt, dare I say it, interesting. If a full day sounds impossible, try the single sacrifice method. Pick one thing, just one, to give up for a single day each week. Maybe it's porn, maybe it's TikTok, maybe it's the weird habit of reading the comments on YouTube. The trick is consistency. When I started, I picked Wednesdays as my no porn, no masturbation day. At first, it was torture, but after a few weeks, I noticed I wasn't thinking about it as much. My cravings got weaker, my brain started to remember how to enjoy other things, like, actual life. Now, let's talk about rewards. Your brain loves them, but you've got to make it work for them. Enter the earned indulgence method. No more, just one quick video before you start your day. Set a rule. No porn, no masturbation, no mindless scrolling until you've done something productive. For me, it was simple. No YouTube until I had written 500 words. No alone time until I had finished my workout. Suddenly, my brain started associating effort with reward. It's like turning your own laziness into a superpower. If you want the treat, you've got to earn it. And when the urge hits hard, because trust me, it will, use the 5-minute rule. When you feel like you're about to crack, tell yourself, I'll wait 5 minutes. If I still want to do it after that, fine. 9 times out of 10, the craving fades. And if it doesn't, at least you flex that self-control muscle, and that's a win. I used this trick so many times, I started calling it Jeff's 5-minute standoff. Sometimes I lost, but more and more I started to win. And keep in mind, none of this is about perfection. You're going to slip up. You're going to have days where you cave and feel like you're back at square one. But every time you resist, even for a little while, you're weakening the old habits and building new ones. That's neuroplasticity in action. Your brain is literally changing one decision at a time. And here's the best part. After a few weeks, you start to notice real changes. You wake up with more energy. You actually want to talk to people. Exercising feels good, works way easier. And real sex? It actually feels amazing again. You stop feeling like a passenger in your own life and start driving the car. So what's your move? Pick one strategy. Try it for a week. Track your progress. And if you're feeling brave, drop your single sacrifice in the comments. I want to see who's actually in this with me. And no shame, just real change. While you're down there, give the video a cheeky like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Once you start rewiring your brain, you'll realize you never needed porn or endless masturbation to feel alive. You just needed a way out of the loop. Conclusion. So, now you know the truth. This porn masturbation cycle isn't permanent. Every time you resist the urge, you're breaking that feedback loop and giving your brain a chance to recover. So, pick just one strategy from this video. Dopamine detox, single sacrifice, earned indulgence, or the 5-minute rule. And start today. Because the only thing standing between you and a life with real energy and motivation is what you do next. You've got this. Don't let another day slip by.